Why is the Jerónimos Monastery said to be built for a rebellious prince? In the late 14th century, a rebellious prince named Henry, or Enrique, was born in Portugal. He was called rebellious because he did not conform to the mainstream society of his time and chose a path that others could not understand. Yet, a century later, he was celebrated as a national hero, and the King of Portugal built the magnificent Jerónimos Monastery in his honor, a stark contrast that is indeed remarkable. So, why was this rebellious prince later embraced by the people? During Prince Henry's lifetime, Portugal's population had reached 1.5 million and was continuing to grow. At that time, Portugal was a small country with limited resources and barren land, unable to sustain so many people. Prince Henry realized this issue upon reaching adulthood. He pondered deeply about how to ensure Portugal's continued growth and prosperity. His gaze turned to the sea, a vast and unexplored domain. Why limit oneself to a single leaf when there was a whole forest beyond? In 1415, Henry accompanied his father in the conquest of Ceuta, where he distinguished himself in battle. It was in this city that he heard intriguing rumors. South of the Alps lay the vast and hot Sahara Desert, within which Moors inhabited green oases. The desert contained two rivers, the westward flowing Senegal River and the eastward flowing Niger River, where the Moors mined gold and captured black slaves. Due to poor communication, the people of Ceuta had mistakenly reversed the names of the rivers, leading Prince Henry to believe that a gold-rich river existed on Africa's west coast that could bring Portugal great wealth. He was thrilled, convinced that West Africa was the land where King Solomon mined gold, as mentioned in the Bible. King Solomon was said to have used this gold to build a temple in Jerusalem. With such clear references in ancient texts, Henry believed the legends must be true. Consequently, Henry turned his focus from warfare to navigation, determined to conquer West Africa. His seemingly idle pursuits were immediately met with skepticism by Portuguese high society. Despite significant advancements in navigation, sea voyages remained extremely arduous, with cramped quarters, limited fresh water and food, and infestations of rats and cockroaches, leading to high mortality rates among sailors. Thus, neither nobles nor common citizens considered venturing to sea. Only the jobless vagrants and criminals took to this path of no return. The idea of a noble, comfortable prince taking up navigation and spending his days at the docks was shocking. Many advised him against such idle pursuits, but Henry paid no heed. Starting in 1415, Henry recruited numerous maritime talents, improved ships and equipment, and established a navigation school to train excellent navigators for the country. Prince Henry himself also undertook several voyages, though his furthest journey only reached North Africa. Nevertheless, his efforts earned him the title Henry the Navigator throughout Portugal. Throughout the first half of the 15th century, Henry was not well regarded by the high society. However, in the decades following his death, the age of discovery finally dawned for Portugal, and people were deeply impressed by Henry's foresight. King Manuel I of Portugal built a chapel in Henry's honor, named the Monastery of Santa Maria de Belém, which later became known as the Jerónimos Monastery.